So today we're going to do 6 pack 1 pick 1s with 6 Uprising packs to get ready for some draft, for US Nationals, for the Pro Tour coming up. And then I'm going to build a sealed pool out of these 6 packs as well. So we got to kind of get a 2-for-1 today. 6 pack 1 pick 1s, so we can go delegate in the comments what do you think is right, what would you would pick, and then a sealed pool, what I would build out of the 6 packs if I saw this at a sealed event. So let's get this started. Let me put all these packs. Start with this first pack here. We got a Breakpoint, a Critical Strike, Flame right there, Quilling Robe. Okay, then we got our rares, Insidious, Flex, Icebind, a Singe, a Brain Freeze, a Polar Cap, Marauding Lava Vein, Strike, Cinder Skin, and then we have our 2 tokens. Alright, when I first initially look at this pack here, it's a pretty weak pack. I'm looking at it. There's a couple of things that I see. The Flex is not going to be that red, so it's not going to be that Phantasm Popper, so I'm not really thinking about that. So I'm going to eliminate Flex off this. Same thing with this one. Haven't been really impressed with this card. I don't think it's that good. I'm just going to immediately, it's not a blue to maybe want it. Just immediately just going to put that out. Same thing with Singe here. Don't think the blue in Wizard is going to be, obviously it's very important, but I don't think that's the card I want to first pick in any of these. I'm going to eliminate some of the cards that are just kind of like filler that I would be consider not something that I really want to be taking too early in here. The yellow Lava Vein loyalty as well. I really want to be on a strong first pick here. So we got about 6 picks left here. I don't believe this one's going to be as powerful either. I don't want to put myself in a base Dromai this early unless it's going to be a dragon, so I'm going to eliminate that one. This is more a defensive list and somewhere I don't want to be, especially not in a pack 1 pick 1. So we're going to be left with these 4 cards. So I'm going to kind of eliminate these cards off the screen. So what I see is a Quelling Robe. I really like the Quell mechanic in Uprising. I think is really strong, especially Quelling Robe is one of the good ones because there's besides Sash and then the Wizard chest, there's no other robe, so Quelling Robe will fill that spot. And then here's the last 4. Breaking Point is going to be really strong. That 1-for-5 at the end of the chain can swing an entire game if somebody needs to use their arsenal to start their chain, especially in just 1-for-5 is just really good in this set. Dromai and Fi wants it, so it's good and versatile on 2. Then I'm looking at Cinderskin Devotion. It's going to be 1-for-4 if I have 2 Draconic Chain Links. Really good in the Ninja decks, but would commit me a little bit too early to Ninja, and it's not like the premier card. And then same thing with the Ice Pain is going to be the same thing with the Devotion. Really good 0-for-3 in the Wizard deck, but it's not something that I immediately come to and I look in a pack and be like, I'm going to stake my claim here. So I'm going to eliminate these 2. So when we look at the 2 generic options, that in my mind is going to be that Breaking Point 1-for-5 and the Quelling Robe. Not everybody will first pick a chess piece in the set, so I'm going to eliminate the Quelling Robe because I think I can get another chess piece later down the line. And I want to stay open in 2 out of the 3 heroes with Breakpoint because Breakpoint is going to be that one powerful card that can go both in Fi and Dromai. So I'm going to take that Breaking Point for this first pack. We're getting on pack 2 here. There's some new cards in this one. We got Sigil. We have Archer Consideration, yellow Scar for Scar, another Quelling Robe, a blue Flex this time, a yellow Sigil, a blue Trade In, Read the Ripples, Frost, Brand, Skittering, a yellow Lava Vein, Drake, Aether Hail, and our 2 tokens in this pack. Looking at this pack is going to be kind of like on the weaker side. Nothing really outstanding in this pack except for a lot of good Wizard cards. That's the first thing I noticed about this pack. There's 3 good Wizard cards in this pack. Problem with this is that those 3 Wizard cards are also going to be good later in pack 2. In pick 2, pick 3 for the other opponents. So even if I am taking a Wizard card as this pack 1, I'm not sending a huge single to the rest of my left after passing. Same thing, I'm just going to eliminate some of the cards here. Sigil, not that good. Blue Flex doesn't really hit it for me. The yellow Lava Vein, the yellow here, blue Trade In. The yellow Sigil Protection, a good card, not something I want to be picking up that early. This is filler. This one's quite good as a mid pick. And then the yellow Scar for Scar, I like to keep open, but the yellow one is not really where I want to be in this pack. So getting rid of these real quick, moving to the side, we are left with these 6 here. We have 3 Wizard cards, 1 Dromai card, a good red starter in the Quelling Robe as before. Same thing with Quelling Robe. I think it's going to be really good to start. I think I can get more robes in the future. That's going to be the same power level, so I'm going to eliminate it again. Then I'm going to eliminate the Dromai card because it's not a red, and it's not really something that I want to... It will start chains, and it's really good. Not something I want to pick pack 1 unless it's going to be a dragon here. So I'm looking at 3 of these Wizards cards, and then the 1 Ninja card. If I'm looking at the pack, this is going to be the best Ninja card in that pack, which is going to make it going to be a little bit higher than what I would normally take some of these cards. This 0 for 3 Ice one is very strong, as well as the 1 for 4, because you then have the other 2 mana. And then the Arctic is going to be your premier blue that you want to see. Creating 2 Frostbites in your opponent's turn is super, super powerful, only needing to pitch 1 card from your hand to do it. And then we have a Brand with Cinder Ball. More likely I'm going to take one of these 2 for my pack 1, pick 1. I think you can make an argument for any of these 4 here. I personally am going to take the Arctic Incineration Blue because I do like to be in a Wizard, even though I'm passing 2 good Wizard cards and not sending a strong single like I would with Brand. I think Arctic is that much better in this limited set because of the lack of blues that the other characters are playing. Staking my claim in Wizard. Getting into pack 3, we got a Flamecall Awakening, a red Trade-in, Oasis, a Tide Flippers, a Red Hot. We have our first Majestic, Take the Tempo, Scourge of Winter, Brain Freeze, Ice-Bind, Rebellious Rush, a Sand Cover, Dust, a Red Rake, Rebellious, and our 2 tokens here. Nothing special in these back end of the packs. This pack is going to be a really powerful pack when I initially look at it. This is the stuff I really want to see in multiple different classes here, mostly in the Draconic here. Our initial Wizard cards, these 3, not something I really want to be taking this early, so I'm just going to eliminate them off the pack. Same with the red Trade-in. This card is just kind of filler at the end of your draft. Blue Oasis is good, but not something first pickable. Now I'm looking at more of these. Yellow Sun and the yellow one, I have a direct red comparison to it, so I'm going to put that there. And then the blue Ninja card I can put back for better, stronger cards at this time. So those are our 6 powerful cards here. I'm very comfortable taking all 6 of these cards. Pack 1, pick 1. Maybe the Take the Tempo is going to be the one here that I'm going to eliminate first. The 1 for 5, but only being able to play it the following turn because I can't really give this go again in this set. Is going to make me not want it right here, but is a great finisher in a lot of decks. Same spot as that Breaking Point, but just more cards in the future. Same thing with the Red Hat. It's going to be our payoff card. I am going to cut it because I would like to build my deck first and then see a Red Hot, then build around a Red Dot before. So we're looking at these 4 cards. They're really good. Rebellious Rush, very big fan of this. 2 for 5, go again. Just strong stats around for the Phi deck. But the direct correlation between it is going to be the Flamecall Awakening. The Flamecall Awakening is just going to be so much more powerful than the other 2 Ninja picks in here. I really like that Tide Flippers. Really good to help you with insurance at the beginning. But it's not going to be something that I'm going to take over Flamecall Awakening. Same thing with the Rebellious Rush. Always going to take this over those 2, most likely, in every single pick. Then we got Flamecall Awakening versus Rake the Embers. Rake the Embers is going to be that premier card for Dromai looking forward. But I do want to be in Phi more than I want to be in Dromai this early, although Rake the Embers is so good and would put me in a really good position for Dromai. I think Flamecall Awakening is going to be the strongest card in this pack. Every single time I see Flamecall Awakening, it's one of my instant picks, one of the best commons in this set, something that I always want to take. Same thing with Rake the Embers, but I'm going to take Flamecall Awakening to start off with Phi. We got that next pack here. Start with a blue Sigil, a yellow Arctic, a blue Healing Palm, Tide Flippers, a Mounting Anger, and we got a cool Invoked Dominia in this one. A Dust, Rake, an Icebind, Sweeping Blow, Rising, a red Sand Cover, a Dust, and a blue Rake with a Cracked Bauble in our token slot. Immediately, first thing I see in this pack is going to be this Dragon. This Dragon's super powerful. There's a lot of good Dromai cards in this pack. There's some good Phi cards in this pack. There's some pretty medium Wizard cards, so I'm just going to eliminate some of the ones. Sigil Blue is actually, I think, one of the most underrated cards in this set. Not something I want to first pick. This yellow card, a Ninja, these other cards. Arctic is really powerful. Not going to be the deck power level here. Just going to eliminate some of these cards that aren't going to be as powerful as the other cards we see. So we're going to look at the last 4 cards in this pack. We got 3 Dromai cards, which are going to be the premier Dromai cards here. We got 2 of the best commons in Dromai, and then we have a premier dragon, one of the majestic dragons. By far is going to be the strongest card in this pack. Mounting Aether is really good in the FAB decks, but not going to take that here. Sand Covered and Sweeping Blow. Sand Covered is going to be better, so we're looking at the last 2 picks, in my opinion. Either that's Sand Cover or Domain. If I take the Sand Cover here, they are just going to take the dragon moving forward to maybe my left person into Dromai, which I don't want to see because I want to be in Dromai if I'm taking any of these 2 first pick. So I'm going to be taking the dragon. Although there's going to be good Dromai cards later down in the road, this dragon is going to put me at such a higher power level in every single matchup. This 4 for 4 for 4 is going to be so good. Taking a card from your opponent's hand, premier card I want to see in Dromai. Great way to start off this draft. We're looking in the next pack. We've got a yellow Arctic, an Inflame, Oasis, a Quelling Sleeves, a Dampen. We got an Invoke Chimera, an Ice Eternal, Aether Ice Vein, Frost, a Brand, Skidding, Rising Rush, another Dust, and a Rolling. This pack has a lot of angles to it. So first off, I see Ice Eternal, which is going to be super strong. Let me see, Aether Ice Vein is also going to be super strong in that wizard deck. We have a Dragon. All the dragons I think are premier in this draft set. Then we have an Inflame and a Renegade, which are also really good. And then this one, 0 for 4 in Dromai is also quite good with a Brand. Same 0 for 3 as well. So cutting out like the kind of medium cards, which I quite don't want to say, but are like in this pack just a little bit worse than everything else, is going to be all these random cards. Kind of like want to see these midway into my pack before I want to pick something like that. So we're going to look down into these 7 cards. So we got 3 FAB cards, we got 1 Dromai card, and then 2 wizard cards. Every single pack here is going to be really good. Every single pick here is going to be really good. I think you can eliminate the sleeves just because these are just going to be more powerful than it. Then I want to take the Inflame out because I do think everything else on this chain is going to be better. So we got the same, basically 0 for 3 on both of these, the Brand and these. This has a little bit more upside because it turns other things in Draconic as well. So I'll eliminate this. And we're thinking about these 4. Ice Eternal is going to be really good at the end of the game. Blocks for 3, does everything I want it to do in blue in it. But I think it's going to be I think Brand is the worst one out of these 4, so I'll take Brand out. Then Ice Eternal versus these 2. Both of these are the rares. I'm not going to see it that often. Ice Eternal is also going to give a signal that Wizard is going to be open, but Aether Ice Vein is actually my pick to be the best common in this set. Red is going to be the one that I also want the most. I think Aether Ice Vein is going to be stronger than both of these picks, sending the signal that yes, this foil wizard card is taken, but you should probably take the Dromai card out of it because there's less wizard cards in the pack. So you know I took a wizard card. Should be moving on to Dromai on my picks to the left. Aether Ice Vein, my favorite card in this set. Last one today, got another Flame Call Awakening, Brothers in Arm, a Scar for Scar. First time we're seeing Heat Wave here, a red Sift, a blue Semblance, a foil blue Brothers in Arms, a Singed Ripples, Bryant, a red Sand Cover, Surging Strike, Surging Blow, and a Polar Cap today. A lot of medium cards in here, and then some kind of more strong cards. Just want to eliminate some of these like medium cards here that are good, but not going to be where I want to be in this set. So eliminating all of these today. So we got 2 Brothers in Arms, 1 foil, 1 non-foil. I would obviously, if I'm going to pick it, I'm going to take the foil. But we got a Heat Wave, a Sand Cover, and a Flame Call Awakening. I think those 3 are going to be better than Brothers in Arms in pretty much every situation in this game, unless these Brother Arms going into a wizard deck. But I want to see that more in like the mid game of my draft. So we got Heat Wave, Flame Call Awakening, and Sand Cover. All 3 great first picks, but like I said earlier, I do think Flame Call Awakening is going to be my pick here. Want to be in Ninja when I see this. Great way to start a draft. Super powerful, one of the best commons in FAB, somewhere where I'm going to be for this first pick. Although I do think Sand Cover and Heat Wave are decent first picks. Flamecall Awakening is going to edge it out for me. That's going to be our 6 pack 1 pick 1s. Let me know what you would pick, and then I'll see you guys in the comment section. Let's build the sealed pool real quick. I know I have a whole bunch of dragons, so I'm going to put some power picks of all of them through here, and just going to like look from just like a power pick perspective of what I got. I'm going to put all my equipment over here, what I'm working with. I know I have a couple Quelling Robes. I got a couple of Tide Flippers and a Heat Wave. I know that for sure. Let's see where my other ones are. Quelling Sleeves, Tide Flippers, Heat Wave. All right. So my 6 equipments here, I got 2 doubles. Not something I really want to see in a sealed pool, but still quite good. And then same overlapping with arms here. So max, I'm going to have 2 to 3, whatever I pick here in my thing. Quite going to see here, I don't have the Dromai arms or the Wizard chest piece that are just going to be really good. I will always have the hat that goes with every single sealed and draft pool, so I can look into that for doing a little bit more. I got a Red Hot, a Take the Tempo, and a couple of blues here moving forward. I do believe off of just equipment, and I know that I have good cards in everything, I am going to try to stay towards a FI deck and a Dromai deck, and then I will cut back to what I see in multiple builds here. Alright, so unfortunately, when I spread out these cards for FI, I'm looking at a lot of red cards here, which is a lot of power picks, but I don't have a lot of natural yellows in here. I have, only 3 blues that I really want to play in this deck, so I have to play some subpar blues to really make this deck work, or to be really susceptible to not being able to cast a lot of my spells or double spell out of turn because I have a lot of 1 and 2 costs, not being able to swing Searing Emberblade, or die to Iyslander pretty effectively here. So with that in mind, I'm not going to be playing FI in the sealed pool for those reasons, but have a lot of strong picks in here, but not enough for this sealed pool. I'm going to look at my Dromai pool. Now we're looking at my Dromai pool. I think this is going to be super, super strong if I end up trying to be Dromai in here. I have about 12, 16, 24. I have enough playables to make a good Dromai deck in here. The power of multiple of these dragons is going to be really putting my deck over the edge. It's multiple sand covers in multiple colors. A lot of these good reds here, the breakpoints, the red hots, the Flamecall Awakenings, probably can play a decent number of Phoenix Flames in this deck as well, and a decent amount of blues that I want to play. Something that's going to be really strong in this Dromai deck. I'm going to be considering this, or realistically Iyslander if I want to pick one of the two. So let's look at my Iyslander pool of what I would play, and then check back if it's going to be better than this Dromai deck as well. We're here looking at our Iyslander pool. Something I really like about this pool is going to be have a lot of these blues, which I want to see in Iyslander the majority of the time, but I looked more towards over to this side of the screen. I just don't have the red arcane density to really want to play Iyslander in here. I only have 5 spells that are really going to do enough damage here. Probably not good enough to when you play against Dromai, especially when they're pitching late game, and really not going to be enough against FI. I need to do back-to-back-to-back turns of a lot of arcane damage to be able to beat FI, or a good amount of disruption, which I have some, but it's not going to be there. I think the Dromai pool is going to be the strongest out of this one, so let's go check back into that Dromai pool and build where I would be in that Dromai. Alright, we're back with that Dromai sealed here. This is the Zach 30 with the 3 equipment. We got the Mire, we got the Quelling Sleeves, and the Quelling Robe here. Majority of our deck is going to be that red pitch that Dromai wants to start with, making those Ash tokens, getting go again to all of our little dragons as well. We got 2 Brothers in Arm and 1 Rake in that blue. Having good blues to start with is going to be really good. Something I want to highlight is going to be the 2 Oasis blues and a blue Healing Balm that we can bring in versus Iyslander to get our blue count from 7 to 10, which is going to really help us in the late game. We got a couple yellows. We got a yellow Scar for a Scar, a Cinderace, a Sweeping Blow, and another Sand Cover. Great yellows. Really don't want to play a lot of yellows in this deck, but it's going to be just that power level that we need. With having not as much power in the sealed pool, we are playing 3 Phoenix Flames and the 2 Flamecall Awakenings, plus the Flamecall Retribution to bring back those Phoenix Flames. Something really good about Dromai is if I have a whole bunch of board, I can just full block out. If I have one of these, bring a Phoenix Flame back, Phoenix Flame for 0, and attack with all of my dragons, which is really powerful. I also have that breakpoint that we saw beforehand. There's Sweeping Blow. We got a couple other starters. We got the 2 Sand Covers, and it'd be great in every matchup. The trade-in, if I can need a starter from my arsenal. A red Sift that can I start this chain as well. Duststone if I have a 1-card hand. Then are some of our payouts, which is going to be Breaking Point, Red Hot, Red Rake the Embers is really going to start us off as well. Then we have our 2 dragons here. Both of them are going to be super strong. Both of them are going to be attacking for 4. This one's going to be attacking and getting a card from my opponent's hand. This will draw me a card if it hits. Really, really powerful in this set. This Dromai, I feel, is at least a 2-1, even a 3-0 in a sealed pool. Great. Would be very happy to see this. Would be happy to play this in a sealed format as well. Can't wait. Thank you guys for joining us for this limited review today. Until next time.